Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stefania and I am so glad you're here. All right, so if you're here right now, I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's because you watched the last video, which was all about iced and hot Starbucks tall drinks. So if you haven't watched that video, you should. I'll link it somewhere here on the screen. I'll link it down in the description. I'm also gonna be putting together a playlist of this series too, which will include everything you need to know about Starbucks training. So I know we're only on video 2, but I have a feeling that we're gonna be doing this a lot more often, bestie. There's a lot I can teach you guys, and I wanna see my green beans thrive. We don't need you being confused. We don't need that energy out here. Make sure you watch these videos in order, but today we're moving right on along to these guys. Grande drinks, hot and iced. You know the drill. In this video today, we're gonna chit chat about the build of these drinks, what goes into them, things to be aware of. We'll break it down. Next, we'll go over some menu anomalies, AKA some drinks on the menu that just don't follow the standard. And lastly, as usual, we'll just go over some good things to know as you're training at Starbucks. By the end of this video, you'll know what you're doing with grande drinks. And that's on period. Why am I, okay, I don't know why I'm using them like this, sorry. I'm Italian, I talk with my hands, and if I have stuff in my hands, I talk with that too. Can't help it. By the way, as we discussed in the last video, I have something for you guys. In the comments of my last video, a lot of you had said that having a downloadable PDF training guide just to have on your computer, have on your phone, take a peek at whenever you need to, you guys said that that would be very helpful. So you know what I did? Oh yeah, I made one. It's here, it's downloadable, and it's ready for you guys. In that training guide is a breakdown of standards, some menu anomalies, as well as the standard build of most menu items. I covered most stuff. And yes, it is free. You can pay me back by liking this video, engaging with this video, subscribing to me. Your engagement really does help my channel, so by letting me know down in the comments anything that you would like to see, anything you'd like to go over, questions, comments, feedback, drop it below. It also does help me understand what videos to make next, as well as what I can add to the training guide as we go, because the goal here is just to continuously add to it and kind of make it like a master training document. Let's do that together. Cute? Okay, let's begin. Grande hot and iced beverages. These are 16 ounces. Sometimes you will have people who come in and they order a 16-ounce drip coffee or a 16-ounce latte. When a customer says 16 ounces, they're referring to the grande size. Let's go over the build. Grande size beverages, regardless if they're hot or iced, will receive 4 pumps of syrup or sauce and 2 espresso shots. That is the standard. 4 pumps of syrup or sauce and 2 espresso shots. I'm gonna be repeating that a lot. I'm trying to hammer that into your head, bestie. So let's say somebody comes to the drive-thru. They order a grande hot vanilla latte. It'll receive 4 pumps of vanilla syrup and 2 espresso shots. If they come to the drive-thru and they order an iced grande vanilla latte, it'll receive 4 pumps of vanilla syrup and 2 espresso shots. The only difference between these two is that this one gets frothed milk and this one gets cold milk and ice when we're talking about standards. As we discussed in the last video, when you're filling up the milk in iced beverages, you will only fill the milk up to this top line right here. There's a candle underneath me and my sleeve almost just went into it. Okay, cute. When you're filling up milk in any ice size, any beverage, it'll always get filled up to this top line right here. These 3 lines are on every iced Starbucks cup. So tall, grande, venti, trenta, they will all have these 3 lines, and you will always fill up the milk to the top line on every size. Pop quiz, just to reiterate from the last video, what is the main difference between macchiatos and lattes? Guys, come on, we should know this by now. The main difference with lattes and macchiatos is that with macchiatos, the espresso shots will go on top, and with lattes, the espresso shots will go on the bottom, which is a perfect segue into menu anomalies. Menu items that do not follow the grande standard, 4 pumps of syrup or sauce and 2 espresso shots. First up, let's talk about macchiatos. Do you remember what I said in the last video? Did you even watch the last video? Macchiatos, regardless of size, will always receive 1 less pump than standard. So standard for grande drinks, iced and hot, is 4. So 4 minus 1, because we do 1 less pump, is 3. Grande iced or hot caramel macchiatos from Starbucks will receive 3 pumps of syrup, not the standard 4, because we do 1 less pump of syrup for each size. Americanos. Remember, Americanos receive what? They receive what? Guys, have you learned anything so far? They will receive 1 additional espresso shot, so 1 more than standard. So standard for hot or iced grande drinks is 2 shots of espresso. So Americanos, 2 plus 1 is 3. These guys will receive 3 espresso shots for a grande hot or iced Americano. So cappuccinos, standard, do not come with syrup. A customer may ask for syrup. That is not standard nor traditional, but what do I know? Anywho, if somebody were to order a cappuccino with a syrup in it, so let's just say they order a hazelnut cappuccino. Cappuccinos do follow the standard 4 pumps of syrup for a grande. So you would add the 4 pumps of syrup and then you would add your 2 espresso shots. Although this drink does follow standard, I want to point out something, and again, hammered into your head because you need to know this. The main difference between lattes and cappuccinos is that cappuccinos will get frothy milk, extra frothy milk. The foaminess of the milk is what sets a cappuccino apart from other hot beverages. What that means is when you're steaming the milk, you will aerate the milk a little bit longer. Aerate basically means to just add air. Adding more air will add more foam, thus resulting in a foamier, frothier milk. When you hear somebody order an extra dry, I almost said crappuccino, an extra dry cappuccino, that means that they want their milk extra frothy. Like, I'm talking, they're sipping on a cloud, babe. Fun fact, you can actually tell right off the bat, just by the feel of the cup, if a cappuccino is extra dry or not. When the milk is nice and foamy, the cup will feel super light. If the milk isn't really foamy, it might feel a little bit heavier. Would it help if I showed you guys how to properly steam milk? I do have a steam wand on my espresso machine, so I could show you the technique. Let me know below and maybe we could stitch it into the next video. Or if you guys are really interested, we can make an entirely separate video too. Just let me know. Let a girl know. Last up for anomalies, this is a flat white now. Flat whites get ristretto shots. Ristretto shots are a type of espresso shot that is pulled for a shorter duration of time, resulting in a sweeter and smoother flavor. I'm a ristretto shot girly, I'm gonna be honest. I love me a ristretto shot. Not every place will do ristretto shots though. PSA, the longer that a shot is pulled for, the more water it's going to use, thus the more bitter it's going to taste. In addition to flat whites receiving ristretto shots, they will also receive 1 more espresso shot than standard. So the standard for grandes is 2 espresso shots, 2 plus 1 is 3, so a grande flat white will receive 3 ristretto espresso shots. Those are the main staple menu anomalies that we'll talk about. I don't want to overwhelm you, I will let your trainer go over the rest, but like, those are the need to knows, and now you know. So alright, we've gone over the builds of each drink, the anomalies, what goes into them, whole bit. Now I want to chit chat about some random things that you should know throughout your Starbucks training journey. I've decided that at the end of each video moving forward, I'm going to throw in some just like good to know things while you're going through training. Let's just be proactive about it. And this will help your mental sanity. So get your notepad out, get your pen out. Are you ready? All right, first up, when you hear somebody on your crew say on the fly, such as, hey, I need oat milk on the fly, or I need vanilla syrup on the fly, that means that they need something from the back immediately. There are different positions on the Starbucks floor. We can go over this in a separate video. One of the positions on the floor is support. It's somebody who is not in a planted position, so they're able to run into the back room, stock up on milk, syrups. They're just the person who is keeping everything moving efficiently, essentially. They are a vital position on the floor. If you hear any of your fellow baristas say anything followed by on the fly, that means, girly pop, you better start hustling on into the back room and go get them whatever they need. Because if they need it on the fly, that means they're out. They got nothing. So go get them what they need. When it comes to frappuccinos, if you hear somebody say cream-based and then the frappuccino name, that means they don't want it with any coffee in it. Starbucks has 2 types of coffee bases, cream-based and coffee-based. As you guessed it, the coffee base has coffee in it and the cream base has no coffee in it. We also have something called Frappuccino Roast that sits on the cold bar. The cold bar is where Frappuccinos, iced teas, refreshers are made. Frappuccino Roast is a concentrate that we make in-house from powder. So if somebody comes to the drive-thru and they order a caramel Frappuccino, then you're going to be using the Frappuccino Roast as well as the coffee base, because standard, it comes with coffee. Now if somebody were to come to the drive-thru and order a cream-based caramel Frappuccino, you would not put any Frappuccino Roast in it, and you also would put cream base in it. Be very, very conscious of Frappuccinos that say cream base in front of them. Make sure that you are not putting any coffee in it. Somebody ordering it could be sensitive to caffeine, it could be for a child. Read those stickers, baby. By the way, the only difference between a double chocolatey chip Frappuccino and a Java chip Frappuccino is that Java chip has caffeine, it has coffee base, and the double chocolatey chip is cream base. Okay, last thing for you, last little tidbit. If you're working at closing shift, you may hear your manager say to go burn the ice bins, or we have to burn the ice bins tonight. I'm telling you this now because the first time somebody ever said that to me, I was like, you want me to light the ice bin on fire? Okay, where are the matches? No, that does not mean you are lighting anything on fire. What that means is that you are going to fill up a pitcher or a bucket with hot water, scalding hot water, and you're gonna pour it in the ice bin to melt all of the ice. Typically, you will grab this hot water from the hot water nozzle on the coffee machine. If you're gonna do that though, please beware, watch your hand. It also sometimes does this little thing, this little fun thing where it spits water out. The hot water spout on the drip coffee machine, she's got an agenda. She's got a vendetta. Watch out for her, she's a snake. By burning the ice, melting the ice, then you can get to the bottom and take apart the ice bin and wash it. Because there's nothing more disgusting than a moldy ice bin. So we do not be doing that. We be washing it. Starbucks, that's standard. We be washing those ice bins, so you never have to worry about having any expired ice. Expired water croutons in your latte. So if you're assigned to burning the ice bins, do not light them on fire. It is not that deep. All right, my little baristas, my little green beans, that's all I have for you guys today. Next up, you already know, we're moving right along to venti hot and venti iced drinks. If there's anything else you want to see in the meantime, anything we want to go over, any knowledge you want from my brain to yours, let me know down in the comments and we can work something out. Remember to subscribe to me, and hey, your free training guide awaits. Enjoy. See you next time. Mwah.